G'day friends, in this video I'm going to show you how to play Hit the Road Jack, written by Mr. Percy Mayfield and popularized by the great, the one and only Mr. Ray Charles. And I have a solo fingerstyle guitar arrangement of this song, and that is what I'm going to show you in this video. So let's jump into it right away. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and do check out the tab that's linked in the video description. So we essentially have two sections of this song. We have the chorus, which sounds like this. And we have the verse that sounds like this. And those sections both are based around this bass motif that goes A, G, F, E. So basically the idea here in our solo guitar arrangement of the tune is to keep that bass motif going while we play the melodies of the vocal, like this. So that's what we're doing. It's not particularly easy, but it's not particularly, difficult. If you've played a few, fingerstyle guitar arrangements before, as I understand many of you will have, you'll be able to pick it up. If you're brand new to fingerstyle guitar, I wouldn't suggest you start with this tune, but it is a fun little challenge figuring out how to play it. So we do have an intro that sets up the arrangement. And I'm going to go over the intro very quickly because I don't want to get too bogged down in this intro. Basically what I'm playing for the intro is this. Into the chorus. So you can just play it A minor, G, F, E if you want. I find those chords to be easier than bar chords. Because if I do a bar chord like that, my wrist kind of gets all, overextended like that. So I prefer to use the thumb of my left hand to play the low E string, and then I just do those little chord clusters up top. But what I'm doing during the intro is not A minor, G, F, E, which to me sounds a little bit, clunky. I'm playing basically A minor in the top strings, and then the bass is going down with this kind of A minor sound on the top strings, and it sounds like this. To me that sounds a little closer to what Ray's playing on the piano. In like gospel music and piano players, they'll do all kinds of cool chord voicings, and that to me kind of gives that same feeling. So essentially what I'm doing is A minor chord here with a thumb on the low E string, 5th fret, and then A, C, E notes, and then we come down to the thumb being on the G note, 3rd fret, and then the G, C, E notes, and then this F chord, like an F major 7 with a 9th added, F major 9, F, G, C, E, and then an E augmented with an E, a G sharp, a C, so that raised 5th, and then the E. So those 4 chords. A minor, essentially an A minor 7 with a G in the bass, F major 9, to an E augmented. We want to get that swing groove going. I'm not using a thumb pick for this tune. I usually use a thumb pick, but it kind of sounds just funky and sneaky without it. So that's what I'm doing. So that's the intro. we have this lick starting off the chorus. So what I'm doing there is I'm sliding with the pinky from the 3rd fret to the 5th fret. I'm going to show you 2 different ways you could play this phrase. This is the way that is indicated on the tab, and this is the way I played it in the recorded version. So we'll start with that. We're sliding up from the 3rd fret to the 5th fret. What we're actually doing is we're sliding and then playing the open E string and then sliding back down. And this is rhythm and blues, you know. If you feel it a little differently or want to phrase it a little differently, I think that's totally okay, you know. We don't need to be too rigid about a song like this. Now we play the A bass note at the same time as sliding down from the 4th fret to the 3rd fret with the pinky. And then we play the C note on the 1st fret of the B string with the 1st finger. And then we play this chord with the left hand, which is an A minor, and then the pinky comes down here and plays the G bass note on the 3rd fret of the E string. So we have once more. And then the melody goes. Great augmented sound. So we come to this F chord, which is an F with the thumb on the low F, 1st fret of the 6th string. And then we have F, A, and C played on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string. And we pick out the melody, hammering on to the 3rd fret of the B string. And then we play that slide again, 4th fret to the 3rd fret, with the low E ringing out. And I know you might be thinking, wow, this is so complicated, there's so many intricate little bits, but this song is very repetitive. So once you get this section down, we just play this section over and over again throughout the tune, which is one of the nice things about it. So we go. So we're just playing the low E note, and we're going 4th fret, sliding down to 3rd fret, to the 1st fret, all on the 2nd string. And then we play the high melody. And then we have a lot of repeating. So far we've learned real slow. And this higher riff is quite a bit easier rhythmically, actually. It's just really nice chords. So you'll notice the bass is just going A, G, F, E. So it starts off with just a regular A minor, the melody played on the high E string. And then we play a G chord with that thumb on the 3rd fret of the G string. And if you were to play this with a bar chord, it would be kind of awkward. Just hurts my wrist on that. Doesn't feel good. We have the pinky up there on the 5th fret playing the melody note. A minor to that G chord with a high A. And then we play this chord, which is a tricky chord to hold for very long. But it's 8th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret, 5th fret, 8th fret. On the 5th string through the 1st string. So it's F, A, C, E, C, and F major 7. And then we play this chord, which is basically an A power chord with a low E in the bass. Sounds very rock and roll, this chord to me. So we have we've basically learned the entire chorus now. So we have repeat, and we just resolve. Instead of doing high, we go. The tricky thing is getting the melody to phrase right, you know, because there's some pushing and pulling and anticipating the notes and whatnot. So, you know, just work with it, play the tune over and over again, and you know, check out the tab because it's all written in exact detail as to what I'm playing. You know, I do my best to break it down, but sometimes, you know, it's like you're trying to phrase it like a vocal, so you're changing the phrasing, you know, occasionally to try to make it expressive and musical. It's not kind of the kind of tune you play verbatim every single time. So I want to show you the other way I figured out how to play that chorus that I quite like. I can't decide which I like better. Going like this. So instead of going, you can go. It's a little closer to the vocal melody, which is instead of, it's a real subtle difference. And you know, this is a guitar arrangement. We can kind of interpret it and put more of a guitar-ism in there, like. But anyway, that's what I'm doing through the chorus. Let's play the chorus a couple times just so you can hear how it all connects together. There we have it. So that's the chorus. Now we have the verse as kind of the other section of the song, and there are two verses, and they both feature the same ingredients, except the second verse is a little bit longer. So it just has kind of one repeated phrase in there. The first verse sounds like this. Second verse sounds like this. So as you can hear, the first verse and the second verse are the same, just with that one little kind of phrase repeated. So the good news is, once we've learnt the chorus and the verse, that's all there is for the tune, and we can play some solos, you know, improvising at the end of the song if we want. That's what I did on my recording. But we're going to break down this verse now. So let's start off with the first phrase. So that bass line is going A, G, F. So just kind of, if you ever get lost, you just have 4 bass notes that kind of keep you on track. So we start off with this A minor shape, which is open A, played with the thumb. And then we have 10th fret of the 4th string, 9th fret of the 3rd string, and then 10th fret of the 2nd string. So open A, and then we have C, E, and A. And the melodies, so we're playing A, G, E. Sliding up to the first note, then when we play that high E, we play the thumb on the C note, 10th fret of the 4th string at the same time. So it's sliding up, A, and then open A at the same time, and then G, melody note, and then when we play this high E, we play that 10th fret of the 4th string at the same time, like that. So essentially there's just 4 little phrases like that, and they're quite tricky. You know, if you spend 30 minutes on one, that's not unusual. It's the kind of practice that I'm doing when I'm figuring these things out. And then we come down here to what is a G in the bass, 3rd fret of the low E string. And then we're playing D, C, D for the melody. And the ring finger here is playing the G note on the 5th fret of the 4th string. So there's just 2 notes being played by that melody, D and C, back to D. So it's 3 notes, I guess. Simple as that. So far we have and then we come down to this chord, going from F to E. It's like an F6th, low F with the thumb on 1st fret of the low E string, and then 3rd fret of the 4th string, 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and then pinky on that D note, 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So we go 3rd fret, 1st fret, 3rd fret to an E chord. Simple as that. Once more. And then we go hammering from C to D, 1st fret to the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, up to an A minor chord with the melody on the high E. And then the melody comes down to the D note with the pinky. And then we play, basically just having the thumb play that low G note, 3rd fret of the 6th string. We're playing D, C, A with the melody notes. And then we play, which is just F in the bass, and then up top we're playing D, C, A, the melody notes. So we have the pinky on the D note, 3rd fret of the B string, C, 1st fret of the B string, and then middle finger, 2nd fret of the G string. And then we play this A suspended chord, open, 2nd, 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 and all we're really doing there is playing an E power chord with an A melody note. So far we have it's pretty much the whole verse. We just have one other little section which is easier than that, I think. So just playing it once more. The next part we have goes like this. That's all there is to it. So we're just going hammering on from the open G to the A note, 2nd fret of the G string. And then we just have an A minor chord with the left hand. And then we have just walking melody up A, C, D, E. But we played that C note at the same time as the G bass note with the thumb. You can play that without the thumb, but you can't really play this without the thumb. It just feels really wrong to do that. We're just playing an F major 7 chord, F, and then 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 1st fret, and then open E. And then we go to an E chord, and we hammer on the 2nd fret to the 3rd fret, and then we play A minor, G, F. Same little melody notes. It's just based around the pentatonic scale. That's all there is to it, really. But with some cool, funky little syncopations. So the whole verse sounds like this. So far we've learned the intro that goes like this. The chorus. The verse. So let's talk about the structure of the song. So basically we go from the intro to playing 2 choruses, to playing the first verse, to playing 2 choruses, and then the second verse, which just features, it's the same as the first verse, but the first kind of little sequence repeats. So I'll just play the whole tune so you can hear the structure. Like if I was to play this live, I would have a live on stage, I'd have a loop pedal, which I use the Boss RC1 looper, and I'll just put down a little bass line, and then I'll have fun playing solos over the top of it, just to end the song with something a little different. So, let's go from the top. So I hope you watched that and thought to yourself, I can see everything he's doing now, because, you know, I've just watched this video and I've explained all the different sections, and, you know, I wouldn't imagine you can watch this video once and then be able to play it all. It's really going to take a lot of practice and work, and, you know, repeating each little phrase over and over again until it's under the fingers, so to speak. But I hope you can now see what I'm doing and kind of understand it. And, you know, I've basically broken down each little phrase and showed you what it is so that you can work on putting it all together yourself. Now, I'll just go over that little ending section, which is basically playing the low melody and then kind of just playing this cool little bass run. I played it a little bit, you know, a little bit wrong in that performance video, but I think what it is so basically what we're doing is playing the chorus melody on the, you know, A string like that, sliding up to the E note, and then coming down E, D, C to the open A, and then playing the G bass note, and then we play this F power chord fingered like that. So with the F, play with the first finger on the first fret of the 6th string, and then the pinky comes up here to play the D, and then we play sliding, same phrase we did up here, but we do it down here, down an octave. So sliding from the pinky 6th fret to the 5th fret on the 5th string, C note 3rd fret of the 5th string, and then we play A power chord, A and E, and then G and A, and then F and C, and then E and A. So it's just quarter notes. And then we play the same phrase again. This time we go to an A minor, and then we just play the melody up top. We've already played that a few times, so I'll just play that kind of low chorus variation once more. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have fun playing Hit the Road Jack. Take your time with it. You know, this is not a particularly easy arrangement, and it's totally normal for it to take a few months of playing each phrase over and over again before it all kind of connects together. So I encourage you to be patient with it. I do have tab available for the tune. It's linked in the video description. And if you like my tutorial videos, be sure to head to my website, joerobinson.com/courses, and check out all the courses I have, especially the Guitar Synergy channel. If you like tutorials for songs like this, then there are hundreds of those on my Guitar Synergy channel with some really, really great songs to learn. And there's a community there where you can ask questions, you can post videos of yourself playing, and it's a really beautiful scene. So do check that out. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. My YouTube channel here, that is. Take good care and all the best with your playing. Cheers.